Let's look at how we can bring in noises from SOPs into COPs and make sure that they're all seamless in our textures. So as always, this project file will be available on Patreon, so if you'd like to grab it, you can do so on there. But let's drop down a COP.net. We're going to dive inside, and we're going to start off with a SOP setup, which is just a node that's available as part of the HouMats release, the utilities release on Patreon and Gumroad. If you want to grab it, you can grab it on there. But it just places down these 3 nodes for us. So let's dive inside the SOP import here, and let's drop down a grid. Going to set this to be on the XY plane, and I'm going to set the rows to be like 100 by 100. So we're going to be placing some noise onto these points. Now I also want to set the size to be 2 by 2 because that's going to match what we have inside of our COP.net. And I'm going to take a UV flatten here, and because we're going to need UVs in order for our textures to be displaying properly inside of COPs. So we're going to take a subdivide after this. We're doing this after because it speeds up the process a little bit. It is a little bit more taxing if you subdivide before the UV flatten. So just keep that in mind. Let's drop down a point VOP after this, and you can play around with the divisions on the subdivide. The higher you go on this, the more time consuming it'll be, the harder it'll be to maneuver the noises. So don't crank it up too much until you're ready to export the final thing to COPs. So let's drop down a turbulent noise. You can use kind of whatever noise you want, but we're going to use a turbulent noise here. We're going to wire that into the position. We'll take our noise and wire that into the color here. Let's just disable this UV grid just to get a better view at what we got going on. And I'm going to maybe up the roughness here to give us something like this. You can play around with the noise type if you want. You can get, all sorts of different things with this, but let's set it back to that alligator noise for now. And we're going to jump up to our COP.net now. Now let's set this rasterized setup to not be our position, but our UVs. And let's create another attribute here, and we'll set this to be CD. And I'm just going to make it a mono because then we just have a black and white channel there. So if we take a look at this, we have our mask, or our points, our little noise on our points being displayed. And if I take a look at our tiling, you can see that we have some issues with our tiling. So it's not giving us a nice seamless tile between everything. That's because this doesn't work like the noises work inside of COPs. So we need to do some things in order to make them a little bit more seamless. So let's take the tiling, let's turn that off. We're going to take a transform 2D. We're going to wire in our color into our source here. And I'm going to just invert the scale in our X and our Y direction, but in separate passes here. So we'll do our X direction first. So -1, and you can see what this is doing. It's basically just taking our noise and flipping it over to the other side. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to wire these into a blend. So we'll wire this into the background, and then our transform noise into the foreground. And what this is going to allow us to do is pipe in a mask, which is going to be a ramp, a mono ramp. So let's take a look at that. And I'm going to take both of these, and I'm going to make sure that they're set to B-spline. And then let's just take this first one, and we can drag it over here. And I'm going to make a second one here and just give us a nice little fall off here. And you can see that we have this fall off being applied. So we want to take that and wire that into the mask. And what that does is just blends our edges a little bit here. So if I take this and drag this around, or even both of these 2 points, you can see how that's going to apply that blending to our grid here. So we don't want it to be too harsh, but we also don't want it to be too much either. So we'll do something like that for now, and we can adjust it later. So let's turn on our tiling, and you can see that we've gotten rid of some of this tiling issues that we were having before, these hard seams. Now, it is a little bit obvious that it repeats in this specific case, so it may be nice to play around with the noise, but we'll take a look at that here in just a minute. Let's fix these top seams as well. So I'm going to make a copy of this transform 2D. I'm going to take our blend here, wire that into our source, and I'm going to set this back to 1 in the X, and I'm going to invert the Y now. And again, we want to just drop down a blend. We're going to wire that into the background, this one into the foreground. And we want to make sure that we make a copy of this ramp. So I'm going to make sure that they're the exact same. So Control, Alt, Shift, and drag will make a full reference of it. And I'm just going to delete this channel for the type, and I'm going to set this to be a vertical. So now you can see that we would get this type of an effect going on here. So let's take this and wire this into our mask. And if I toggle on our tiling again, you can see that we've gotten rid of some of that tiling issue that we had before. So without this, we have that hard seam. With that, we have a little bit of a nicer blend for our seam. But again, we have some just obvious repetition kind of going on here. So let's take this and maybe adjust our blend a little bit, maybe something like that. And let's actually pin this and dive inside of our SOP import here and inside the point bob. And we can move around the offset of our noise here to give us something that's a little bit nicer as far as our blends here goes. So it's not perfect. It doesn't give you a exactly perfect type of blend, but it is something that's a little bit easier to hide the seams of versus, you know, those very, very harsh seams that we had before. And we can even try, I don't know if this will work, but we can try to drop down another transform 2D here. And we can just scale this up ever so slightly, and that might help to get rid of some of that as well. Just don't go below 1. If we maybe try to use some of these other modes, it's not going to matter if you go, I guess actually, if you go above. If you were to go below, then it would start to affect it. But you can try to mess around with that. May or may not give you some better looks. In this case, it's not really working. Also, sometimes you do have these edges where they're not, you know, they're not really seeming to line up with the edges, and that's where this transform 2D will come in handy as well. You can scale it up ever so slightly and kind of get rid of some of those black lines that appear sometimes. But in this case, this will probably need to just be changed in our actual noise. So let's maybe randomize this offset a little bit and give us a whole new noise here. So again, we've got some pretty nice seams disappearing in the X, just have some issues with the Y. So let's see if we can play around with these and get something that looks a little bit nicer. So these aren't too terrible. Let's maybe play around with the X offset here. Give us something that's a little bit less noticeable. You don't want to have too much contrast in there. We have something that looks pretty good. So we can jump back up to our CopNet here, toggle this on and off, and you can see where our seams are, but it's not anywhere near as harsh as what we have with this initial noise that we start off with. So you can kind of bring in some noises from SOPs. And again, we can play around with the different noises in here as well. We can do like an AA noise if we wanted to. Wire this in. And you can see that we get, you know, a different type of noise here. Let's maybe up the amplitude, increase the frequency. You can see it's a lot harder to see where the seams are with these types of noises. So certain ones will work differently. You can see kind of the seams here, but they work a little bit differently as far as the blending goes. So you can see that you can get some nice effects going on with this, and you can kind of bring in some of these noises. And you can also bring in like the cloud noises, which we don't have quite yet inside of COPs. I'm assuming they're going to come in at some point. I forget what they are called. Let's see. We have, yeah, vibratus, flocus, and fractus. So if I try one of these, can try wiring this into our color. So maybe lower their element size, and you can get some different noise looks with this as well. So if you want to bring in some type of like cloud stuff from SOPs, you can kind of do that as well. And again, it's not perfect. It's not super seamless like it is just working inside of COPs, but I imagine at some point in time, Side Effects is going to bring all these noises to our COPs as well, so that they're a little bit more seamless and we don't have to use this kind of workaround to bring them in. But I wanted to show this because it is definitely something that you can do and can be useful for some other things as well. So if you want to try to make some seamless noises and have your stuff be brought into COPs for texturing purposes, then this is how you can kind of go about doing some of that. So anyways, hopefully this has helped you out. Like I said, this project file is available on Patreon, as well as the HouMats Utilities release is available on Patreon or Gumroad. Whatever you choose, you get a whole bunch of different nodes in here. We've got different generators and utility nodes and more coming on the way. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and have a good day.